morning, and I'm the agent. I come here to represent for Sally and to negotiate with you, and I'm glad to come here for the negotiation.
Yes, and I'm Kwok, who is representing our agent of as artistic director. Yes, I represent artistic director. So
yeah, okay. Let me introduce this case first. My client Sally has applied for the title role for your for the production for the for the production title role of Norma, and your client has called back 2 days ago and agreed with the application of my client. So today I'm here to negotiate with you about several issues. The first one is the salary your client can offer to my client.
yeah, first I would like to mention that why we invite Sally to be our performer, because our experienced performer, Mrs. Rising Star, is sick, and she need to she has a developed throat tumor, and she need to have a surgery. So I think she was unable to perform. So I would like to find Sally to help us this time. However, may I know the salary of Sally or your client would like to have?
The ideal amount of the salary is $14,000. My client offered to me.
So for that, but I could tell you something that is confidential, because my client said that she can employ a newcomer and a fresh performer, and his salary is only around 40,000. And as per last year, secondary soprano, she only cost 12,000. So may I know the maximum salary your client would like to fight for?
As far as we know, your client offered Mrs. Rising Star for $30,000. My client has but we should consider that my client is more popular than Mrs. Rising Star at the peak of my client's career. So I think the amount should be higher than the amount you offered to Mrs. Rising Star, which means $30,000.
But I must tell you that I learned from my client that Sally is a little bit older now, and our target is some younger and experienced performer. So I think the salary may not match our requirement. Also, I must raise our client concern, which is about the attendance, because my client hold that company, which is a non-profit entity. So attendance with some profits is very important to us. We concern much about the cost of performance. If we pay higher to the performer, we do not have enough money to operate.
For the age reason, for the reason of my client's age you mentioned, I want to say that my client Sally knows the part of the opera well and has sung it successfully many times. And also, my client thinks that her age is more suitable for this title role because she thinks at past when she got the role of Norma, she thinks that she was too young to sing it. And another issue we should consider that is that this is an urgent, emergent issue, thing for the lyric opera, and because there are only 3 weeks your client have, and Mrs. Rising Star cannot make it for the title role because of her health issue. So my client is the best choice for your client.
As per my record from my clients, I must elaborate more about the attendance because I hope a reasonably favorable public response to the announcement that Sally will sing the title role. But however, it is only a break-even point for us. So as I stressed before, our client may not operate well with healthy money. So the library ticket price range from $18 to $55. With an average reasonable level, it should be $28. So if we pay higher to the performers, our client cannot operate well, and it's also a break-even point. So we concern much on the attendance. So if we have 85 average, we will have 85%. So if Sally would like to fight for more, I think my client cannot afford it well. And also, I must show you some record. If we pay more on Sally, but the attendance is not satisfied, it will be a disaster for our client to operate well. So, could you consider the salary of Sally can be lowered?
For the house of your client concerned, my client Sally is very confident that the lower than a 16% house would be extremely unlikely to occur, and I think we can set a line for the responsibility to my client. For example, if the final house is lower than the 60%, my client can give some salary back to your client to show her responsibility for these things.
I think it's a good idea, but I concern much about our clients and operating costs of the cost of performance again, because I learned from that Sally has a lot of experience on for the performance. So and I know she's worthy to be paid more. But I think if necessary, we will pay her up to 45,000. We can 45,000. But as I mentioned before, if we pay 35,000 to her, but the attendance is not satisfying, I think we will try to find a substitute like a freshman, a new blood.
May I know the salary you can offer to the freshman?
I think it's only as per since it is a title role. I think 5 years. 5 is a secondary soprano. If for a secondary soprano, I think this year we can offer 40,000 only, 40,000. But I learned from your side that the salary for Sally maybe doubled due to the inflation. So our bottom line is can offer Sally 28,000. What's your opinion?
20. But what is your expectation of the attendance if your client choose another substitute?
According to my client's record, on average, it should be 85%. 85%. So I'm afraid that if we offer too high, but the attendance is not satisfied, I think it's a big disaster for my client. How about we have a mechanism for the salary adjustment, which is it can worldwide.
Okay, so
what if the attendance is higher, Sally can get more? What's your opinion?
yes, so I think we should discuss the amount of this salary if the final attendance is higher than the average percent, which is 85, and what is the salary for 16% to 85, and what is the salary if the final attendance is below the 60. So we have three types of salary.
And
yes,
I know what you mean, and also yes, I think it's a good idea to be fair.
Yes.
What if she may perform well or she may perform worse, and it will attract or distract the attendance. So if the attendance is higher, so I think she can get more. And as I mentioned, my bottom line is 28,000. What if
but
she can gain the commission if the attendance is higher? That means her performance is successful.
Yes, but as far as we know that you have already offered a Mrs. Rising Star as a 30,000, so this amount is already higher than your bottom line. So I think if my client keep the attendance at the average 85%, so we can accept this 30,000 amount.
But I think we cannot just take the past record as a reference, because it includes some inflation. And regarding her sold out performance, which is only a reference, and as I mentioned, if we pay more, but I'm afraid of the attendance, it is not workable. So I think the scale of commission, depending on the attendance, is a flexible way to solve the salary problem. Because the attendance is higher, we can earn more profits, and we can pay more to Sally. So it's proportional.
But my client considered about the reputation more, so she thinks that she should get more payment than Mrs. Rising Star if her performance is better than Mrs. Rising Star, which means 80%, which means this average house 85%. So we think that if my client performed better, and your clients get the attendance more than 85%, then my client should be paid more than 30,000. But if my client is not, my client would not perform that well, then she can accept a lower salary.
I know your concern about the salary which has been offered by Mrs. Rising Star, since it's higher, also you may concern that the salary is not fair to Sally
Yeah,
because
sometimes.
she's focused on the reputation because she may not perform for a long time, so she would like to fight for this chance to perform more and gain some TV show chance. But here my client mentioned that we really have difficulties in increasing her salary. How about we guarantee the times, the frequency of her performance? We guarantee she has 2 times or 3 times chance to perform to add this lead role, the title role. And if the attendant is satisfied, which can cover and over our break-even point, we can continue to invite her to show up more.
You mean the title role or
The
secondary?
title role, yes, we
Yes,
provide
title
more
role.
chance to let her act as a title role.
That
And-
could be a
Yes.
alternative. But how? Sometimes the salary is equal to the reputation in this industry. So how about my client will accept the amount same as Mrs. Rising Star?
Sorry for any interrupt. I would like to clarify this. I think there is no direct relationship between the reputation and salary because you have mentioned that your client is willing to sing without gaining anything. It's free of charge. She just want to show up and perform well. Now we have provide a bottom line wage for her is 40,000 double. That means it's 28,000. It's our great sincere to have this. We need to balance the salary of Sally and our cost of performance. As I mentioned, if I pay too much.
But
If
there is a competition between my client and Mrs. Rising Star. If my client got a 28,000 and you offered Mrs. Rising Star as 30,000 before, that means my client is not better than.
Maybe we can negotiate more about this issue, but
Yes.
I need to stress that this salary reference is in a high confidential. So please don't disclose to others because if other performers would like to take this part of role, we need to have every performance will negotiate with us, so we will have a big trouble because everyone will fight for higher salary.
Okay, I know what you are concerned, and now we have still some arguable issues about the salary between 28,000 and 30,000. So maybe we can negotiate it later, but we have already got agreement on the other issues, right? One is the more chances for my client to get the title role, and my client promised to keep these details of salary confidential. So
yes, these are my concerns. So thanks for your coming. I'm very pleased to meet you, and I hope this problem can be solved. And it's because Saturday performance is really crucial to our show and to our attendance.
So we can negotiate it later.
Yes, I will find my client
But
to discuss more.
it is only a small difference between the 28 and the 30,000.
Yes, so I think we can narrow the gap with each other and beneficial to us and for long-term future development.
My client will accept your offer.
Yes, thanks for your communication. Thank you.